The reek of motor oil was thick enough to choke on as Tony Moretti wrestled out from under the beat-up Lexus. His jumpsuit, a road map of grease stains, old and new, was just another day at Rossi's Auto in Queens. 6:47 p.m. blinked from the garage clock. Another late one. Tony, you want me to lock up? Marco, his youngest guy, yelled from the front. Tony wiped his hands on a greasy rag. Go ahead. Paperwork mountain here. The familiar shuffle of his crew leaving, one by one. Hydraulic lifts sighed. Toolboxes slammed shut. The shop's roar fading into the city's hum. Only then did Tony slip into his back office, the door clicking softly shut. Behind a filing cabinet overflowing with invoices, his secret waited, a sleek laptop, alien in this grease-stained world. The screen flashed to life, crypto charts dancing. Come on, baby, he breathed. Logging into his digital wallet, a string of digital gibberish bloomed. His Bitcoin address, holding his escape. His future, 10,000 of them, digital gold. A car purred outside, pulling him back. Through the grime-streaked window, a black BMW slid into its usual spot. Isabella's silhouette, phone glued to her ear. No, Julian, tonight's impossible. Her voice, sharp and clear, cut through the thin walls as she passed his office. He's still here. Yes, next week. I promise. Tony's jaw clenched. He stared back at the screen, that familiar ache, a constant companion now, like the growing chasm between him and his family. Dad. Anthony's voice jolted him. His 16-year-old son stood in the doorway, designer sneakers hovering above the oily floor. Mom says dinner. You coming or what? Just finishing invoices. Tony lied, snapping the laptop shut. School, good. Anthony's eyes flickered past him. Whatever, just hurry up. Sophia's got dance. And Mom's got to drop her. The drive home was silent. The city radio, a low drone in his beat-up truck. The streets of their Queens neighborhood, once familiar, now felt alien. Like the life he'd built was slipping through his oil-slicked fingers. At home, Sophia, 14, thumbed her phone with teenage intensity. Isabella moved through the kitchen, all crisp efficiency, her Park Avenue persona still locked in place. The clients called about the Escalade, Tony said, trying to break the ice. Fascinating. Isabella replied, not looking up from plating the store-bought chicken. Anthony, honey, college counselor meeting. Anthony straightened. Mister, Vance says with my grades, NYU is a lock. He's got connections. Isabella beamed. Julian's been so helpful. Such a busy man. Still mentors kids. Tony pushed food around his plate. Thought I was handling Anthony's college stuff. Been saving. Saving what? From oil changes, Sophia snorted, finally looking up. Mom says Mr. Vance makes more in a day than you make in a month. Sophia? Isabella said softly, but no real heat. Later, Tony sat in his converted closet office, the laptop glowing. The numbers hadn't budged, but their potential burned brighter. He'd tried explaining it to Isabella once, back when Bitcoin was a whisper. Future of finance, he'd said. Excited. Digital currency. Decentralized. Honey, she'd replied. That patronizing smile. Stick to what you know. Cars are real. This internet funny money? Fantasy. Now, staring at the Bitcoin price, a bitter smile touched his lips. His fantasy was worth more than Julian Vance would make in a decade. But no one knew. Not his dismissive wife. Not his embarrassed kids, not even Frankie, his best friend. The weight of his secret fortune pressed on him. Reveal it all? Tempting, but something held him back. Pride, or the chilling suspicion that his family's love had become a price tag, measured in social standing and bank accounts. He kept silent, the blue glow painting his face in the dark. A text pinged. Yo, we gotta talk. Silver Beamers becoming a fixture on your block. Frankie. Tony closed his eyes. The pieces of his life crumbling. Not if, but when. Would his secret fortune be salvation, or just a front row seat to the crash? Frankie's beat-up pickup rattled into Rossi's Auto Monday morning, 2 coffees in hand from their usual diner. A 20-year ritual. Dark roast cut through the shop's oil and rubber scent. Black, 2 sugars, Frankie said, setting one on the workbench where Tony was hunched over a transmission. And something else. Tony straightened, back cracking. If it's about Mrs. Davison's Jag, parts are ordered, not cars. Frankie leaned against the bench, serious. Been meaning to tell you that silver BMW S-Class outside your place again last night. Third time this week. The wrench slipped, clattering. Tony retrieved it slowly, buying time. Probably Isabella's work friend. Networking, Since the promotion, 11 p.m. networking. Frankie's eyebrows climbed. He pulled out his phone. A photo. Tony, 30 years in this business. That's a 2024 S580 custom order. Only one like it in this part of Queens. How you know that? Because it wasn't here last month. Oil change. Guy was a pain. Wouldn't let anyone but me touch it. Frankie's voice softened. Owner's name. Julian Vance. Ring any bells? Tony's coffee cup froze halfway to his lips. The name hung in the air. Toxic. Investment banker. Vance and Sterling. Yeah, real piece of work. Phone glued to his ear. $1 million deal. Frankie hesitated, kept mentioning someone named Isabella. Fluorescent lights buzzed overhead as Tony absorbed it. Confirmation. Last week, parent-teacher night. Julian Vance had been there. College recommendations. Isabella's laugh at his jokes. Her hand on his arm. Shoulders brushing. Click. Dad. Anthony's voice. Tony turned. His son. Lakers jersey he didn't recognize. Anthony. School. Forgot my history book. Mom said you could drive me back. Anthony glanced at his phone. She's in meetings all day. Frankie caught Tony's eye. I'll finish the Johnson tranny. The drive home was tight. Anthony texting nonstop. Red light. Screen flash. Group chat. Lakers night. Anthony angled the phone away. Inside. Changes. New art. Designer briefcase by the door. Unfamiliar cologne. Found it. Anthony yelled. Thundering down. Paused halfway down. Phone to ear. Yeah, still coming. Mom says Mr. Vance got courtside seats. Dad? Nah, he's just giving me a ride. He wouldn't know. Tony froze. Whispered conversation washing over him. Son's voice lower. Mom says she's working late again. Usual cover. No, he's clueless. Palace tickets are, like, $1,000 each. He could never. Chris, Dad, Sophia's voice. The rest lost as Anthony saw him. Silence. Ready to go? Tony asked, quietly. Back at the shop? Frankie waited. One look at Tony. Remember that Bitcoin thing? Frankie asked. Suddenly. Digital money? You tried explaining years ago? Tony nodded. Just wondering. You ever do anything with it? Might be worth something now. For a moment, Tony considered it, telling Frankie the 10 on Bitcoin, the secret fortune, the power. But he picked up his wrench, slid back under the car. Nah, he said, voice echoing. Internet funny money, right? The day blurred. Oil changes, brake jobs, every phone ping, a flinch. Isabella, another lie about late nights. Every car, a silver BMW. Closing time. Frankie lingered. Beer, talk, can't. Tony cut him off, heading to his office. Paperwork. But instead of invoices, crypto wallet. The familiar string of numbers, cold comfort, mechanics leaving, darkening shop. Tony Rossi, alone with his secret millions. When had his family decided grease-stained hands weren't good enough? Sunday morning, unusual quiet. Tony at the kitchen table, untouched coffee. Dust motes danced in the morning light. No church rush, no tie arguments, no missing hymn books. Click of heels on hardwood. Isabella, not Sunday best, but brunch outfit, pricier than a week's shop revenue. Kids and I need to talk, she announced. Voice practiced calm, footsteps. Anthony and Sophia, same polished affluence, flanking Isabella, masks of indifference. Been wondering when this would happen, Tony said quietly, noticing a thick envelope on the counter. Legal documents, peeking letterhead. Let's not drag this out. Isabella placed the envelope between them. I want a divorce. Words like a dropped engine block. Tony's face unchanged. Julian helped prepare these. Surprise flickered across Isabella's face. You knew. Silver BMW, late nights, mystery Lakers tickets. Give me credit. I fix cars, not blind. Anthony Anthony shifted. Sophia stepped forward. Mom's been miserable for years. Mr. Vance appreciates her. Appreciates her enough not to sneak around. Tony's voice level. Eyes on the envelope. Don't be self-righteous. Isabella snapped. Julian's everything you're not. Successful, sophisticated, ambitious. He's got a penthouse on 5th. We move next week, 5th Avenue. Tony thought of his laptop, the digital wallet, worth more than any penthouse. And the kids were with Mom. Anthony, Chinook. Why stay in this dump with a loser like you? Loser, echoed in the kitchen. Tony opened the envelope. Divorce papers. Prenuptial. 17 years old. Isabella's family protecting their modest assets from the mechanic she'd chosen. Attorney reviewed everything. Isabella added, producing a pen. Sterling says straightforward, I keep mine. You keep yours. Sterling. Tony recognized the name from billboards. Julian's connections. Just sign them. Dad. Sophia. Phone already in hand. Ivy's brunch reservations. Tony picked up the pen. No fight over assets. Mr. Sterling. Downtown office. Hours later. Surprised at Tony's easy agreement. No claims against Mrs. Rossi's investments with Mr. Vance. Let her keep her assets, Sterling asked. I'll keep mine, Tony replied, signing. Isabella's triumphant smile faltered slightly. That's it. All these years, just letting go. Isn't that what you wanted? Tony stood, straightening his old jacket. Clean break, Dad, Anthony called as Tony reached the door. Doubt crossed his son's face. That's really all you have to say. Tony paused, hand on the knob. The truth burned. Bitcoin. Millions. Future he could give them. But he looked at his family. Expensive clothes. Julian Vance's polished shadow. Choice made. Your mother's right, he said. Finally, you deserve the life you want. The life I apparently couldn't provide. Door clicked softly shut. Elevator. Tony pulled out his phone. Crypto wallet. Numbers glowed back. Secret fortune. Could have changed everything. Or maybe elevator descending. Nothing at all. Outside. NYC traffic. Sterling's office tower. Tony's truck. Luxury cars. Period at the end of a sentence. Climbed in. Familiar oil and work scent. Radio crackled. Old song about loss and redemption. Tony pulled into traffic, leaving behind the polished tower. His shop. Work to be done. Cars to fix. Future to build. Not the one anyone expected. Gleaming glass facade of the Javits Center reflected the morning sun. As Tony adjusted his new suit. 6 months since the divorce. Blockchain summit. First step into a world beyond Greece and wrenches. First crypto conference. A man in his early 30s slid into the seat beside him during the keynote. Laptop open. Complex code. Ben Carter. Obvious. Huh? Tony smiled. Ben's jeans and hoodie. Suit. Ben gestured. Breaking traditional finance norms here. Though, gotta say, your wallet address made waves in our dev forums last week. Tony tensed. My wallet. Relax. Ben lowered his voice. Blockchain's beauty. Transparency. Dormant whale wallet. 2010. Suddenly active. People notice. Not many holders from that era still have keys. Before Tony could reply, keynote break. Ben pulled out a card. Idea, revolutionize blockchain security. Lunch, quiet corner of the conference hall. Ben outlined his vision. Fingers flying across the laptop. Prototype code for security protocol. Crypto assets. Digital threats. Technology solid. Ben explained. Need someone who understands old and new finance. Held through the early days. You think that's me? Think you see value others miss? Ben's eyes sparked. Plus, background check. Auto repair shop owner. Systems. Troubleshooting. Trust. Conference room emptied. Coffee cups. Programs. Tony studied Ben's prototype. Nights learning blockchain while family slept. Why me? Bigger investors. Because you're not just investor. Ben closed his laptop. Your builder. Transaction patterns. Small. Regular Bitcoin purchases. Years. Patience. Vision. Value isn't just quick profit. Phone ping. News alert. Julian Vance's latest investment success silenced it. When can you start? Tony asked. 3 months later, their blockchain security firm, 10th floor, downtown high-rise, Ben's developers, cybersecurity experts, unprecedented in crypto, Mr. Rossi, assistant's voice, intercom, Nora Vance, Financial Dynamics magazine, appointment, journalist, not aggressive reporter, Nora Vance, quiet intensity, notebook open. Thanks for meeting, she began. Suspect you know why I'm here. Enlighten me. Document on his desk. Blockchain transaction records. Wallet holds largest private Bitcoin fortune. Untouched for years. Now, security firm. Major crypto exchanges. Homework. Interesting part isn't money. Nora leaned forward. Timing. Early Bitcoin holders selling. You buying. Market crashes. Mining rewards. Setbacks. Kept accumulating. Tony studied her. Angle. Miss Vance. Truth met his gaze. Crypto world. Overnight successes. Spectacular failures. You're neither. Something more interesting. Patient capital. Finally moving. Ben knocked. Security protocol tests. Stopped short. Journalist. Sorry. No. Stay. Nora said. Eyes on the code. Technical side. Hour. Ben explained security innovations. Tony shared vision. Cryptocurrency safer. Accessible. Nora's questions sharp. Informed. Genuine understanding. Interview winding down. Why now? Final question. Why not anonymous? Satoshi. Tony window. City below. Old life. Distant. Sometimes hidden means staying small. I'm done with that. After she left, Ben lingered. Sure about this? Article. Everything changes. Everything already has. Tony desk. Framed photo. Family gone. Bitcoin white paper. Time to build something new. Phone buzzed. Dire social appearances alert. Deleted it. Security protocol specs. Auto repair shop. Barely visible. Where he started. But here, servers humming. Blockchain possibilities. Tony Rossi, finally building the future he'd always seen. 5 years transformed the 10th floor. Blockchain security firm. Entire building now. Logo glowing against NYC skyline. Auto repair shop below. Innovation lab. Ben's team. Hardware security modules. Mr. Rossi. Receptionist's voice. Urgent. Chloe Davis here. No appointment. Urgent. Julian Vance. That name. Years. Society page photos. Ex-wife's glamorous life. Send her in. Chloe Davis entered. Executive office stride. Nervous energy betrayed composure. Designer suit. Yesterday's wrinkles. Manicured nails. Anxious rhythm on portfolio. Thank you for seeing me, she began. Declining seat. Mr. Vance's executive assistant. Vance and Sterling. Until yesterday morning, resigned. Found these USB drive on his desk. Mr. Rossi, investment firm's A front. Julian's running massive Ponzi scheme. Collapse imminent. Tony's fingers on the drive. Why come to me? You're the only one who got out clean. Chloe finally sat. Exhaustion. Everyone else. Ex-wife. Children. Hundreds of clients. Trapped in his web. SEC closing in. Too slow. Money gone by then. NYC traffic hummed. Or 10th floor. Tony considered. Why think I can help? You understand both worlds. Chloe portfolio. Traditional finance system Julian exploited. Blockchain technology trace transactions. Hesitation. Seen how he treated your family. Props in social climbing game. Tony phone. Ben. Office. Forensics team. To Chloe. Start from beginning. Nothing out. Hours. Chloe unraveled scheme. Breathtaking audacity. Ben's team. Real time. Money trail. Shell companies. Offshore account. Classic Ponzi structure. Ben. Projecting findings. But innovative. Crypto exchanges. Wash funds. Investment returns. Victims think profits are profits. How many victims? Tony asked. Hundreds. Chloe's voice cracked. Everyone at your ex-wife's firm. Julian convinced them. Retirement funds. Guaranteed returns. Look. Internal documents. Massive withdrawals. Coming week. He is preparing to run. Transfers clear. Nothing left. Tony. Transaction schedules. Verification. Court stand-up. Already on it. Ben. Another screen. PI. Financial fraud. Works with SEC. Enrique Davies. Make the call. Enrique Davies. Our former Fed. Casual demeanor. Razor instinct. Chloe's evidence. Conference room table. Cross-referencing. Own sources. Assistants right. He confirmed. Tablet. Largest private investment fraud since Madoff. But Julian's smart. Learned. Can you prove it? Tony asked what she's provided. Enrique. Chloe's documents. Start. Need more. Bank records. Internal comms. Client lists. Access to firm servers. Chloe offered. Resignation process tomorrow. Ben cracked knuckles. 4 hours. Server. Blockchain analysis tool. Track every transaction. Night blurred. Ben's team coding. Enrique's SEC contacts ready. Chloe. Vance and Sterling's digital infrastructure. Insider knowledge invaluable. Dawn broke. Pieces in place. Enrique. Completed evidence portfolio. Tony's desk. It's all here. Grimly. Wire transfers. Fake statement. Whole scheme. Julian paying old investors. New investors' money. Skimming millions. When this breaks, everyone loses everything. Chloe finished. Children's college funds. Julian convinced Isabella to invest everything. Tony. City awakening below. Anthony's sneering dismissal. Sophia's contempt. Isabella's certainty. How long? He asked. Days. Maybe hours. Enrique. Withdrawals start. Ben leaned forward. Move faster than SEC. Blockchain tool. Freeze crypto assets before offshore transfer. No. Tony's voice firm. Do this right. Everything documented. Everything legal. To Enrique. How fast to SEC contacts. Team here by noon. Do it. Tony. Julian's fraud evidence. Shatter X family's gilded life. They chose this path. Now, learn. Team mobilized. Tony private office. Window. Old auto repair shop. Honest work. Ironic. Mechanic dismissed. Evidence of their downfall. Phone pinged. Nora Vance. Heard rumors. Vance and Sterling. Need end to talk. Not yet. He typed back. But soon. Very soon. Headline exploded. Every financial news network. Vance and Sterling. CEO Julian Vance arrested in massive investment fraud. Tony, penthouse office. Screens unfolding story. Each channel outdoing the others. Scandal scope. SEC raid offices. Hour ago. Ben. Tablet. Largest investment fraud decade. Losses over $2 billion. News feeds. Julian. Handcuffs. Perfectly tailored suit wrinkled. FBI agents. Boxes. Vance and Sterling HQ. Mr. Rossi. Assistant's voice. Intercom. Chloe Davis. Latest SEC task force updates. Chloe Rushton. Professional polish gone. Focused intensity. Frozen all assets. Vance and Sterling. Forensic accountants. Going through everything we provided. Clients. Tony asked. Answer known. Total devastation. Chloe. Preliminary report. Julian convinced clients consolidate investments. Some lost life savings. Fifth Avenue penthouse. Properties. Marketed as investment opportunities. Being seized. Different alert. Local news. Familiar faces. Ex-family. Beverly Hills mansion. Sophia. High school senior. Designer bags. Anthony. Home from NYU. Arguing with feds. All assets frozen. Ben confirmed. Quietly, investigators found Isabella's signature, key investment documents. Questioned. Looks like another victim. Elevator chimed. Nora Vance, financial journalist, following Tony's rise. Bigger story now. Needs statement, she said. No preamble. Recorder running. Julian Vance's connection to this world before ex-wife. Saw any signs of fraud? No comment. Tony replied. Gestured her to stay. Understanding. Exclusive access. Legitimate success story. Now, first detailed account. Julian's downfall. Phone buzzed. Social media exploded. Children's accounts. Sophia's Instagram. Tearfully packing. Anthony's Twitter. Privileged lifestyle to radio silent. SEC wants to interview you. Chloe, checking messages. Julian's former connection to investment world. Establish non-involvement. Schedule it. Tony nodded. Legal team. Prepare documentation. Complete separation of assets. Divorce. Ben's team. Blockchain analysis. Tracing Julian's crypto transactions. Calculated deception. Years spanning. Look. Ben. Transaction timeline. Started small. Early investors profit. Bigger fish. Met ex-wife. Already running out of road. News coverage unabated. Devastated clients. Experts analyzing scheme. Social commentators. Beverly Hills elite. Tony. Office. Watching ex-family's carefully constructed world crumble. Tuition payments flagged. Chloe reported. Late afternoon. NYU financial office reviewing Anthony's enrollment. Sophia's private school suspended attendance. Pending payment. Nora, quietly observing, taking notes, finally spoke. Contrast striking. They evicted from mansion. You in penthouse. Blockchain empire more valuable than ever. Planning to comment on irony? No. Tony. Screens. Ongoing coverage. Story isn't about me, but it was. Every report. His connection. Ex-husband. Different path. Legitimate success. Julian's house of cards. Sir. Assistant. Intercom. Ex-wife trending social media. News vans. Beverly Hills property. Tony. Another broadcast. Isabella. Escorted to waiting car. Designer sunglasses. Distress. Woman who dismissed internet funny money. Entrusted everything to Julian's traditional schemes. SEC scheduled interview tomorrow. Chloe confirmed. Want to know conversations with Julian? Divorce proceedings. Give them everything. Tony instructed. Every document, interaction, detail. No part in fraud. Evening. NY screens flashing updates. Julian's arrest. Frozen assets. Growing victim list. Phone silent. No desperate calls. Ex-family. Pride. It seemed intact. Even as a world collapsed. Nora packed notes, pausing at door. Need anything else for story? Tony, city lights below. Distant auto repair shop. Just make sure you tell the truth. All of it. Journalist nodded. Understanding. Tomorrow, exclusive story. Julian's arrest. Contrast unavoidable. Honest mechanic. Blockchain empire. Sophisticated fraudster. But for now, Tony Rossi. Penthouse office. Ex-family's perfect world. Crumbling on live TV. Their fall, public as their rise, had been elegant. Lesson learned. True value. Honest work. Devastating pride. Mr. Kaplan, Tony Rossi's financial advisor, studied desperate messages flooding his clients' channels. Another call from Anthony. Kaplan, tablet, 5th this week. Sophia's Instagram, usual content to public appeals. Mrs. Rossi, reaching out. Every mutual contact. Tony stood at his office window. Julian's arrest broadcast spot. 3 weeks ago. Show me. Kaplan. Anthony's latest voicemail. Son's voice. No longer sneering. Cracking. Dad. Please. Help. Mom's a mess. Homeless. FBI seized everything. Julian used our accounts. Tuition payment access gone. Please. Call me back. Switching screens. Sophia's Instagram. Poolside photos gone. Frantic posts. Anyone help? Nowhere to go. Frozen accounts. Mom crying. Dad, if you're seeing this, Mrs. Rossi. Persistent. Kaplan. Scrolling. Contacted Frankie at the shop. Been at the office. Even Nora Vance. Interview. What do you make of it? Tony asked. Slight lip curve. Kaplan raised an eyebrow. Assume you have a plan. Forbes article draft. Wall screen. Nora's piece. Months in making. Tony's crypto rise. Headline loaded gun. From mechanic to crypto billionaire. The incredible journey of Tony Rossi. Ready to publish. Word from you. Kaplan noted. Timing interesting. Notification chime. Message from Isabella. Through Chloe Davis. Tony, please. Lost everything. Court's frozen personal accounts. Anthony might drop out NYU. Sophia's school demanding payment. Not enough for motel deposit. Sir. Kaplan venture. Considering situation. Show me Fifth Avenue listings. Kaplan blinked. Complied. Julian seized penthouse. Screen. Auction by Fett. Same penthouse. Anthony and Sophia mocked father's profession. Auction next week. Kaplan reported. Circumstances. Property sell below market value. Real estate team. Prepare bed. Tony's voice neutral. Glint Kaplan recognized. Contact Mr. Gold. Prepare paperwork. Charitable foundation. Understanding dawned. Shelter for fraud victims. Kaplan. Fitting. Julian's stolen wealth penthouse. Refuge for those he destroyed. Another series of notifications. Sophia's Instagram. Designer clothes. Cardboard boxes. Anthony's NYU email. Enrollment review. Unpaid fees. Isabella's attempts. Desperate message to Ben. Introduction to ex-husband. Your children. Kaplan. Carefully, trying every channel. Yes, Tony. Window. Soon. They'll understand karma. Have Miss Hayes prepare for Mrs. Rossi's visit. Inevitable. In person. Other avenues fail. Flora tell her. Nothing yet. Envelope ready. Single paper. Bitcoin address. Transaction record. Kaplan's tablet chimed. Anthony's voicemail. Social media. Press noticing. Julian Vance's stepchildren begging for help from father. They reject it. Perfect timing. Forbes article. Wouldn't you say? Financial advisor. Clients compose expression. Tony Rossi. Most dangerous. Not angry. Vengeful. Methodically orchestrating lesson. Have Mr. Gold draft will changes as well. Yes. Foundation needs funding. Tony. Desk. Small photo frame. Only remaining image. Children. Years ago. Wealth and status poisoned hearts. Let's show them real success. Kaplan left. Another notification wave. Family's desperation. Each message frantic. Tony let them accumulate. Unmuted. Unread. Gathering storm clouds. NYC sunset. Long shadows. Office. Former mechanic. Masterpiece of karmic justice. Private garage below. Lamborghini rarely driven. Old toolbox waited. Honest work reminder. Forbes article landed. Calculated strike. Laura Hayes, Tony's assistant. Digital metrics exploded. Viral. From mechanic to crypto billionaire. Trending. Headline. Striking photo. Tony. Bespoke suit. Blockchain Empire HQ. Mr. Rossi. Flora's voice. Intercom. Mrs. Rossi. Lobby. Insistent. Security fee. Isabella pacing marble floors. Designer clothes gone. Haunted eyes. Phone Forbes article. Elevator. Security standing by. Flora added. Escort her out. No. Tony adjusted tie. Forbes photo. Follow protocol. Flora. Desk. Measured approach. Isabella. Sorry. Mrs. Rossi. Mr. Rossi unavailable. But asked me to give you this. Cream envelope. Heavy in Isabella's trembling hands. Tore it open. Single page. Bitcoin address. Transaction record. Eyes widened. Numbers. Fortune dismissed as internet funny money. Pulled digital clarity. This impossible, Isabella whispered. Lobby chair. All these years. Records clear. Flora. Professional tone. Wallet active since 2010. Long before divorce. Security fee. Isabella's crumpling expression. Realization. Every sneering comment. Ex-husband's profession. Dismissal crypto investments. Moment children mocked common work. Quietly built fortune dwarfing Julian Vance's stolen wealth. Please. Isabella stood. Composure cracking. Need to speak with him. Anthony's NYU deadline tomorrow. Sophia's school. Motel. No security deposit. Mr. Rossi's schedule fully booked. Flora. Wall screen. News coverage. Blockchain security initiative. Perhaps seen announcements. Charitable foundation. Elevator dinged. Ben Carter. Prototype designs. Newest security protocol. Faltered. Isabella. Recovered. Mrs. Rossi. Nodded. Flora. Ready. Foundation meeting. Yes. Legal team upstairs. Paperwork. Flora's words. Deliberate wait. Finalizing trust. Underprivileged youth education. Isabella's phone buzz. Sophia. Desperate text. School's final warning. Contrast. Reality. Empire ex-husband Bill article says he's working with major crypto exchanges, advising security protocols. All while we thought success takes many forms. Missive. Rossi. Flora. Forbes magazine. Tony's cover photo. Quiet confidence. Built something real. Less obvious. Security fee. Isabella clutching envelope. Proof. Early Bitcoin investment. Mocked investment. Kitchen table years ago. Lobby television. Financial news. Nora Vance. Tony's rise. Melvin Rossi story remarkable. Not just wealth. Foundation honest work. Traditional business ethics. Blockchain innovation. Isabella's gaze fixed. Seeing ex-husband anew. Man discarded for someone more sophisticated. Transformed into titan. New financial era. Then studied herself. When did he first buy Bitcoin? Public blockchain records. Ben, unable to resist. Around time you told him, stick to fixing cars. Elevator dinged. Chloe Davis. Director's badge. Charitable organization. Paused. Isabella. Roles reversed. Isabella. Julian's prestigious wife. Foundation board waiting. Chloe. Flora. Deliberately avoiding Isabella's gaze. Excited plans. Educational initiatives. Blockchain technology. Isabella. Transaction record. Hands. Proof. While chasing status. Julian's fraud. Ex-husband. Revolutionizing digital finance. Flora. Tony's voice. Intercom. Knowing Isabella would hear. Please remind board. Mission. Helping those lost. Everything to financial fraud. Shelter opens on schedule. Words hung. Isabella realized scope of plans. Phone buzzed. Anthony's latest plea. News alerts. Father's billion-dollar empire. Mrs. Rossi. Flora. Voice softened. Believe you've received everything Mr. Rossi wanted to share. Security team stepped forward. Signal. Isabella clutched envelope. Last connection to fortune unknowingly walked away from. Lobby doors closed. Screens above. Tony's latest accomplishment. Blockchain security firm stock soaring. Real value, not Julian's illusions. Tony, penthouse office, silently watching. Old toolbox, mechanic days. Lamborghini, true worth. Building something honest, real. Forbes article continued spreading. Social media, each share. Digital echo, lesson. Isabella learning too late. Greatest wealth. What others too proud to see. Auctioneer's gavel. Decisive crack. Sold to the Rossi Foundation for Financial Education. Julian Vance's Fifth Avenue penthouse. Monument fraudulent wealth. New owner. Nora Vance captured moment. Follow-up article. Camera. Tony's expression. Signing closing document. Former Vance and Sterling clients. Mixed emotions. Shelter accommodate 50 families. Financial fraud victims. Tony announced. Gathered press. Focus. Housing. Education. Financial literacy. Blockchain technology. Gerard Gold. Attorney. Press packets. Foundation's mission. Facility opens next month. Deliberately avoiding mention former owners. Reviewing applications. Affected families. Across city. Across the street. Partially hidden. Isabella watched. Designer handbag gone. Worn leather purse. Anthony and Sophia. Uncertainly. Former home. Symbol of fall. Mr. Rossi. Reporter called out. Own children. Victims of this fraud. Eligible shelter services. Hush. Tony adjusted tie. Forbes photo. Foundation board review applications. Without bias. However, other arrangements. Personal legacy. Gerard stepped forward. Legal documents. Authorized to announce changes. Mr. Rossi's estate planning. Primary beneficiaries. Charitable foundation. Trust. Technical education. Underprivileged youth. Implications. Anthony's phone slipped. Sidewalk. Processed news. Sophia's Instagram live faltered. Tears. Ben Carter. Tech student. Mansions renovated West Wing. Coding lab. Blockchain development. Cryptography. Financial technology. Building legitimate wealth. Hope Davis. Outreach director. First group families. Shelter intake. Each resident. Education program. Julian's lavish parties. Beacon of hope. Nora Vance. Crowd. Quotes. Contrast powerful. Recorder. Mechanics honest work. Crypto empire. Reaching back. Fraud victim. Renovation crews. Practical facilities. Every mirror. Isabella's social climbing. Fraud victims. New purpose. Every room. Troy and Sophia's privilege. Classrooms. Underprivileged students. Digital finance. Documentary crew ready. Flora Hayes. Tony. Camera team. Mansion's ballroom. Tony nodded. Jacket straightened. Cameras rolled. Message. Success isn't money you have. Character you build. Some lessons. Too late. Outside. Isabella watched. Former neighbor. Children. Social gathering to shelter intake. Valley. Julian's BMW. Free financial literacy classes. Evening sessions available. Anthony. Final attempt. Ben. Entrance. Please. Just tell him we understand now. We were wrong. Applications. Education program. Online. Ben. Professional tone. Foundation reviews each case individually. Sophia's social media followers. Last post. Property. No privileged teen. Humbled young woman. Consequences misplaced values. Sunset. Beverly Hills mansion. Lights. New reality. Julian's stolen wealth. Homeless families. Refuge. Isabella's social climbers. Students. Honest work. Digital innovation. Troy and Sophia sneering. Young people. Value. Real building. Private garage. Penthouse. Tony. Old toolbox. Lamborghini. Tools worn. Honest. Blockchain. Some truths immutable. Character outlasts wealth. Integrity outlives pretense. Sweetest revenge. Life well lived. Security feed. Ex-family leaving property. Shoulders bent. Understanding. Behind them. Mansion's new sign. Rossi Foundation for Financial Education. Building future through digital literacy. Reconciliation request. Unanswered. Place and will. Those who understood value honest work. Mechanic dismissed. Engineered not just rise, but their most important lesson. Karma, like blockchain. Immutable record. Every transaction. Decade past. Rossi Foundation. Julian Vance's penthouse. Beacon of hope. LA Times 10th anniversary feature. Split image. Then, Julian's Goatee showcase. Now, thriving educational center. 10 years of transformation. The Rossi legacy. Nora Vance's latest piece. Financial dynamic. Now editor-in-chief. Archived footage. Upcoming documentary. Julian Vance. Toast Beverly Hills Society. Prison jumpsuit. Parole hearing. Denied third time. Nora narrated. Man orchestrated largest Ponzi scheme LA history. Serving 25-year sentence. Federal Correctional Institution. Lompoc. Camera pan. Isabella. Julian's last victim. Leaving small apartment. Van Nuys. Once perfect appearance. Worn look. Life's hardest lessons. Receptionist. Local dental office. Executive assistant credentials. Vance and Sterling scandal. Mrs. Rossi declined interview request. Nora noted article. Sources say. Still attends weekly financial literacy classes. Community center. Notably, not Rossi Foundation. Application politely declined 5 years ago. Across town. Bustling NYU classroom. Professor Ben Carter. Blockchain security. Verification crucial. Students. Ask Anthony Rossi Dyer. Visit downtown AutoZone to do it. Classroom rippled. Anthony's fall. Privileged student 2. Auto parts store clerk. Cautionary tale. Brad's lectures. Losing NYU enrollment. Community college struggle. Dreams. High finance. Vance's footsteps. Shattered. Stepfather's crimes. Sophia's story. Different turn. Rossi Foundation security feed. Occasionally caught her. Public blockchain seminars. Back row. Instagram influence evaporated. Family's wealth. Slowly rebuilt modest following. Financial responsibility. Dangers material obsession. Foundation graduated over 5 zeros and student. Crypto education program. Hope Davis, anniversary celebration. Outreach director, watched families rebuild. Honest work, digital literacy. Earliest residents now work. Legitimate financial technology firms. Tony's empire, beyond cryptocurrency. Rossi blockchain security protocol, industry standard. Protecting digital assets, billions. Old auto repair shop, operational. Working garage, training facility. Vocational student. Traditional skills, emerging technology, most valuable lesson, Manuel Kaplan, foundation trustees, not getting rich, building something real, financial advisor, client's wealth multiplied, more importantly, karma's impact, delivered calculated kindness, Frankie, retired mechanic, still shop regular, stories, new apprentices. Remember when he worked under these lifts? Pointing where Tony first checked crypto wallet. Character shows. How handle wrenches. Wealth. Nora, Times Corner office. Reviewed recent photos. Flora Hayes, still Tony's assistant. Coordinating foundation initiatives. Gerard Gold's legal team. 20th Regional Chapter. Education program. Poignant image. Unexpected detail. Sophia, volunteering. Foundation event. Not as Rossi, anonymous helper. Learning value. Father tried to teach years ago. Application. Foundation mentorship program. Hope's desk. Review. Tony Rossi. Maintained a dual legacy. Forbes blockchain. 50 cover. Impeccable suit. Garage. Every Saturday. Young mechanics. Carburetors. Cryptocurrency. Penthouse. Mansion change more than owners. Enrique Davies. FBI retirement speech. Former investigator. Foundation board. Helping fraud investigators. Changed how we view success. Documentary footage ended quiet scene. Isabella walking past foundation gates. Watching student. Digital finance. Luxury dining room. Camera. Expression. Not bitter. Finally understanding. Foundation's main hall. Julian's champagne galas. Simple plaque. Tony's message. True wealth builds others up. False wealth tears everything down. Below. Worn toolbox. Glass case. Reminder. Every empire worth building starts honest work. Anthony's latest job application. Foundation's maintenance team. Join Sophia's mentorship request. System. Neither bore Rossi name. Evaluated on merit. Flora flagged for Tony's review. Response same. Let them learn. Like everyone else. 10 years. Nora concluded anniversary piece. Proven karma. Like blockchain. Transparent. Immutable. Rossi Foundation. Testament. Not just one man's success. Enduring power. Integrity over pretense. Sunset. LA. Former Vance penthouse. Redemption through education. Security cameras. Familiar scene. Isabella watching. Across street. Another group fraud victims. Shelter walls. Designer bags gone. Simple purse. Brochures. Financial literacy programs. Penthouse office. Tony. Foundation's latest impact report. Thousands lives rebuilt. Millions legitimate wealth. Honest work. Digital innovation. Desk. Old rank. Place of honor. True value. Not what you own. What you build. Epilogue. Rossi story. Played out daily. NY's Anthony's quiet work. AutoZone. Sophia's cautionary social media posts. Isabella's modest apartment. Few life lost. Julian's prison cell. Only photos wealth stolen. Tony's empire. Growing. Value created. Success. Documentary stated. Isn't money you have. Character you build. Some lessons. Too late. But thousands students. Foundation's doors. Right lessons. Right time. Tony's revenge. Transformed. Something more valuable. Redemption through education. Growth through understanding. Quiet satisfaction. Karma served. Not cold. Opportunity for change. Final footage. Tony. Private garage. Youngest apprentices. Lamborghini gleaming. Toolbox. Commanded attention. Worn. Honest. Daily use. Blockchain. Some truths immutable. Character outlasts wealth. Integrity outlives pretense. Sweetest revenge. Life well lived.